Hey guys, Kev here, and I have unboxings to do for you. So, I have a bunch of packages here, and it's the Monday after Christmas, and I guess they were holding some stuff for me. I also have two more, I think, but I want to do separate videos on those because one of them is my custom Kvist variant. I'm excited to get into that one. And the other one is a loaner knife from a company that I'm going to pass around. So I want to do separate videos on those. But these are all different things. This is a knife that somebody loaned into me. So I'm going to do that one last, and we'll look into that, okay? Let's get into this stuff. So first up, I'm trying to hide this stuff because obviously it has addresses, and I don't feel like covering them up right now. Oh, don't want to show that either. Anything else in there? No. Okay, throw that away. Let's just kind of open everything, and then I can just talk about each thing individual. The unboxing knife is the Kvist Bladeworks variant PE. Obviously, you can tell that stuff is from Joe over at Lancelot Leather. This is from Chris at Renegade EDC. This is from Quiet Carry at Quiet Carry. And this is from Skiff Made Blade. Nope, sorry, Skiff Workshop. They're two different entities, guys. Steve Skiff handles the bearings at Skiff Workshop, and then I guess his parents or his dad or he and his dad, I don't know, they handle the Skiff made blades, knives and such. Okay, so let me just cut this box open with the knife in it, and I'll get to that one in a second. I was just doing some research on this knife, and it's sort of interesting. And it's very similar to something I checked out in the past. So, that is cool. Alright. We have officially unboxed everything, and can't tell me I don't use my shit. My knives see more cardboard and paper than anybody, so suck it. Alright. Jeez, I got a lot of shit here, right? So I'm going to put this to the side because the color is going to be all jacked up because of it. Let's look at the Hank first. This is from Renegade. And it's the wrong Hank, I think. Anyway, Renegade Provisions Co. Chris is a good dude. This is a Star Wars Hank. This Hank looks dope as hell. But I ordered the If You Know, You Know Hank. At least I'm 90% sure I did. So maybe this, I'm assuming this is the order. So I'll have to check with him and see. But this is a dope-ass Hank. I have one from Bearded Gear. It's got the Bearded Gear logo on it. And then I've also had one other one, the MB Journal one. But it was just a little big. At the time, I didn't like bigger Hanks. And I think it was bigger than this even. I gave it to or sold it to Kyle, D2M Knives and Gear. But now I like bigger Hanks because I have glasses. And I need to use them, you know, on glasses a lot. His microfiber and stitching is just top notch. They just have a little bit of a thicker feel to them than other Hanks, which some people might not like, but I do like that. So that is a cool Star Wars Hank that I think I got incorrectly, but we'll see. Maybe I accidentally put that in my cart or ordered it a different time, you know, drunk by or something. These are Skiff bearings, so I just unboxed some the other day, and I ordered more like 2 days after that, and I'm about to order more, I think, because I'm trying to get some for my 80-20.5. These are all 5mm 1/16. It's the most common size. I was talking to somebody about bearings yesterday, and it can be a little bit overwhelming to people sometimes getting into aftermarket bearing. Like they want to, but it's a little overwhelming because they're like, there's so many sizes, I don't know. And, you know, your knife doesn't come with a guide that says this is this size, right? So what I always tell people is like 60-70% of knives are these 5mm 1/16. And then like 20% are 1/4" 1/16. And then 10% are 3/16 1/16. And then you have another 10% that are just the random sizes. So you don't need to worry too much about that. I have a whole video on bearings. It's Knife Rambles bearings. And I'm pretty sure I go into full detail into sizes and all that stuff. Also, Skiff has a spreadsheet out there. Somebody put it together on Reddit. And if you just go to Google and type in Skiff bearing spreadsheet, you'll see a link to a Reddit post, and there's a spreadsheet in there. And that'll get you most of the way. You know, you might find your knife on there. You can feel free to watch any of my disassembly videos. I always say the bearing size somewhere in the video. If I don't link it, you'll also see it on the bag when I'm disassembling it. So I might be able to help you there. And you can always just reach out to me. I don't know everything, but I know a lot of the knives. But like I said, most of your knives are going to be 5mm. That's just like your Chinese OEM knife, basically. Usually use that. Now, recently, they have been using a lot of these little tiny bearings. So that can happen. But you can also just take your knife apart and measure them. But I always tell people, just order a few 5mm 1/16, 1/4" 1/16. And if you have any American-made knives, then get the 3/16. But other than that, you don't need to go crazy or worry too much. And if they don't fit, they don't fit. They'll fit something else, right? Anyway, I do have a code now for Skiff bearings. So if you order from them, you can use my code LeftyEDC, LeftyEDC, and that'll get you 5% off your order, which is pretty cool. So anyway, I also have this from Quiet Carry. So I reached out to them because I recently hit 3,000 on YouTube, which, guys, I truly appreciate that. There's a giveaway video coming, so I'll give my thanks and everything there, but I love you guys so much. I mean, I can't believe it. In about 1 year, 13 months, we hit 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. This douchey, bougie, stupid lefty. So I really appreciate your support, guys. And companies like Quiet Carry and Lancelot Leather for sending stuff for donations. So this is a giveaway item. Usually they send me a Quiet Carry Eddie, but this looks different. This looks like a slip joint. I've never seen this. It's knurled, stonewashed, and satin. That seems interesting. Okay. Ooh, what is this? I've never seen this knife. Dead centered. This is a slip joint? It has a half stop. What? This is cool. It fits my hand. It's got a wire clip. A freaking slippy with a wire clip. And I could carry this left-handed. I mean, I'm not, because it's not my knife, but man, what's the steel? 20 CV on a slippy. Click. Dude, they're walking and they're talking. Pretty good on that spring, baby. Let's see it. Is it flush? Yep, fully flush. On open, fully flush. On close, flush. I don't know everything about slip joints, guys, but I know having it dead centered and flush is pretty solid. Very good nail neck sort of deal. No blade wobble or anything. This is really, really sweet. I didn't know they even made this thing. I may have to review it and then give it away. Or at least do an overview, you know what I mean? I won't carry it or anything, or maybe I'll carry it, just like put it in my pocket to see. Super milled out in there. Very lightweight. Got your 4 dots for Quiet Carry. CPM 20C. Is this a new product that I didn't know about? Because you guys know I'm not into slip joints, but if I was gonna be, this might be it. And honestly, a Van-X would have been sick, but it probably would have been mad expensive in that case. So, yeah, spring's good. It's got a good, strength to it. I mean, I can accidentally push it, but it'll stop on the half stop. I'm sure it cuts really well. Quiet Care usually does a pretty good job with their grinds. Yep. Man. So this is funny because I'm supposed to be getting in a tactile knife Bexer, I think it's called. It's their slip joint. And it's sort of like this. I mean, titanium handles, 20 CV, I believe, or CTS or MagnaCut, one of the ones. And yeah, it's sort of similar. Titanium with the, I think it does not have a clip. This does have a clip, which is cool. So that'd be a cool comparison, but I don't know when that's coming. So I really like this knife. I don't know the name of it, guys. So this is a giveaway for 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's awesome. Thank you, Quiet Carry. Dude, Bryce over there and the people at Quiet Carry are so amazing. I literally just reached out to them to send a giveaway item for the Knives Live 2021. And then I was like, hey, if you wouldn't mind, I know I've asked a lot, would you consider sending something for my 3K giveaway? And they were like, yeah, sure, no problem. We'll send something out today. And that was like 3 days ago. And I got it now. Like, they're just amazing people. And this thing is cool. Again, I'm not a slip joint guy, but if I was going to be, wire clip, deep carry, titanium, 20 CV, knurling. I mean, hell, making a freaking good case for being a slip joint guy right there. So that's from Quiet Carry. Thank you, guys. You're amazing, as usual. You guys are always amazing. So I will be thanking them for that. And there's obviously some stickers from Quiet Carry. They always include cool stuff like that. All right. And then from Lancelot Leather, I also reached out to him about doing a giveaway for 3K. So this will be in that package. He always sends some of his cards. So go check out lancelotleather.com. I have a discount code there, of course. So you can use Lefty10 and you'll get 10% off your order at Lancelot Leather, which is cool. So use code Lefty10. So one thing he sent was a valet tray. So you kind of just fold it up and you put the pins through, and then it turns into a valet tray. It'll be on all four sides. It's really cool. I guess you can choose which side, but I would fold it inside so the Lancelot Leather, this side is in, and it'll be this nice brown leather on the outside. He also made this mat for me for, I believe for Christmas. So thank you, Joe. Joe's an amazing guy. So let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, there's this, belt organizer thing, or I guess it's just a sheath, right? It's a knife sheath. So you can take your, let's say, Brian Brown Raptor, and you can shove it in there. And now you have a cool sheath for that, and it'll obviously form to whatever knife you put in there. So that's really cool. So we got one of those and a card. And we have, oh, is this a coin? We have a Lancelot Leather coin. Check that out. I believe this is copper, if I'm not mistaken. Copper. We have another one. Bang. So looks like I'm going to have to put two packages together, and this should be the hardware for, yep, that's your hardware for the valet tray to put it together. So that's awesome. Joe is just an amazing guy, and he has certainly come a long way this year. Gotta be one of the coolest things I saw this year was watching Lancelot Leather grow. There's a couple of those companies like that I've very much enjoyed, like just bootstrapped it. EMP EDC, Lancelot Leather, the Knife Modders. I mean, there's more and more, obviously, but these companies are just, you know, they went for it and they pulled it off, and I'm very proud to call them all friends, basically. So thank you, Joe. I really appreciate this, man. You are a gem of a human being. So big thank you to Lancelot Leather. Now, this is the knife that we have in. This is a Koch Tools knife, and it came in this giant chamois. It was kind of nice. I got to remember that. Put it over here. So this is from my buddy Steve on Facebook. I don't know if he wants me to give out his information, so I'm not going to. If he decides he wants me to, I can in the review. But he was like, "Hey man, check this out," and he posted it on the Shadow Rangers Facebook group, I believe. And this is a Koch Tools knife. I thought I looked up the right one, but I didn't see this one on the website. I thought it was the KTC-3. Does it say it anywhere? No, of course not. I hate when companies don't put a model number on the freaking box. I know it's more work because then you can't use that box for everything, but it looks like it. So you guys remember I reviewed the Koch Tools Recluse, I believe it was, the slip joint that Urban EC Supply is working on with them. And I think I have one more coming, which is like a crazy looking thing called the Nat. This is dead center. This is made by Best Tech. So I found that out because it says it on his website. As long as this is the same knife, which I'm pretty sure maybe this was just a special run he did in Micarta, because all he had was G10 options on his website. It's M390. It is a liner lock. And it is a thick boy. I mean, look at this thing. It is a freaking thick boy, man. Lockup is pretty early. We're good. Action's really good. And that's because, guys, it's Best Tech and they like to use a light detent. So this one's okay. It comes out all the way when you flick it. But I can definitely feel how light it is. But if you get something behind it, it shoots out. Ergos are a little goofy because it's so dang thick. I mean, look at this thing. Here's a ProTech Malibu. Let me shut this. The action's good on that. So, I mean, it basically has an extra scale on top of the Malibu. Front to front. There you go. Line that up. Yeah, you could fit the Malibu in there and then still have this scale left over. So, it's a thick one. It's a thick boy. The micarta is interesting for sure. Looks like you have T6 screws back there and a T8 on the pivot. Let me check that to make sure I'm not wrong. T6, the pivot should be T8. Yep, pivot's T8. So, kind of a normal sort of construction for people these days, but obviously we prefer T8 all around. The biggest thing about this that's weird to me is the grind. So, it's M390, which is awesome. Does it say STC-3 anywhere? No, it just says Koch. So it could be a different knife, but I'm pretty sure it's the STC-3. There's no play, no rock. But I don't understand the grind. He did this on the Recluse as well, and it just kind of is weird. You have this thicker grind back here and a thinner one up here. Neither of which is like super thin or anything, but I don't know. I just thought it was strange. So it cuts really well up there. Back there, it's obviously a little thicker. So it looks like you can transition, so that's good. Like that. Oh. So it cuts pretty well. It's not the thinnest knife ever, or edge ever, but it works, of course. I just don't really understand why you would do that. And I didn't really understand in the Recluse videos either, especially on a slip joint. You just would want a thin edge, right? But anyway, for sure, interesting, cool knife. Got that fuller there. I wonder. I know it's hidden. So all you have is, I didn't lock it up that time. all you have is that hole for deployment, which is fine. Is this steel liners or titanium? I'm guessing titanium. Steel up here, but it's not catching down here, so that must be the insert. Yep, there's an insert, so obviously it's titanium. Pretty much the same sort of construction on that liner as on my Axon. Pretty damn similar how they're seated and everything, which is cool. Of course, the Axon is a nested liner. This one's got thick, beefy ones, so there's that. Also light D10 on that. So, yeah, it's cool. Ergos are interesting. It's just thick, man. It's just thick. I'm not a big fan of thick knives like that. Action, yeah, I mean, it drops, shakeage, so you're good there. Not a big deal. And let's see, can I slow roll it out? Yep, I can slow roll it out pretty well. So, yeah, that I believe is the Koch Tools STC-3, sorry. Thanks to Steve for letting me check this guy out. I really appreciate that, man. That's just awesome. And I will be doing the review on this guy. We'll see how it goes. Again, really thick, so I'm guessing in pocket it's going to be a little bit odd for me. I'm just used to thinner knives, but we shall see. But yeah, that's it. So big thank you to everybody who sent giveaway items. And thank you to Steve for loaning this in. I really appreciate that, dude. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will catch you later.